Stardew Valley 1.6. Oh yes. What an update this has been, and to be honest, I'm absolutely loving it. I'm creating more and more farms. I've obviously got my main account, the first time I'm playing through it, and that's obviously on the channel. But here we go, another little side project. I've been enjoying doing these little side projects. And this one, well, any guesses? The title probably gives it away. We're going to make a trailer park. Oh yes, the trailer park farm here in Stardew Valley. And why? Why are we going to make a trailer park, I hear you ask? Well, not only has there been a new caravan, little mini house that you can add to your farm and invite all your friends to come and play with you. But we're doing it for one very special reason, to woo Penny. Oh yes, Penny obviously has been brought up living in a trailer, and we want her to feel comfortable and at home when she moves to our farm. And so why not make her the queen of caravans, Penny, the trailer park girl. Well, that's the plan anyway. And when I was looking at the different farms available, I was trying to choose which one would be the best for our trailer park. There was two choices really that stood out. The first one was the island, which I think would probably put our trailer park somewhere in Florida, with our little sandy bank island. But ultimately I settled for the hilltop farm, and the reason being it's a fantastic size farm. There's a small amount of growing space, which is what we want, but there's interesting landscapes where we can place, I think 7. We can place 7 little caravans, and so that's what we're going to do. I think the hilltop farm is one of my favourites of the layouts. I've had a few accounts now with it on, and I think the reason I like it is because I can't get carried away with planting. There's only so much space, and you know, once that's full, you can't plant anything else, so you're not spending all day watering until you've saved up and got your sprinklers and a fully working sprinkler system. So that's the plan, that's what we're going to be doing. And of course we begin with a gift that keeps on giving. Our dying grandpa, bless him, he's gonna give us a farm, but little does he know we're going to turn it into a trailer park, unless he read the title, and then obviously he knows too. And this is one of my favourite cutscenes here in Stardew Valley. I just think it just looks amazing, and so I've left it in full time, not speeded up. There's me, little Asdak, sweating away at a computer terminal, hating everything that is work. So we arrive at the farm, and here's our, one car. Now I've got a theory about these cars that show on this loading screen. 2 cars! Oh my goodness. Okay, this is my theory. I've had a few playthroughs. My current main playthrough is going really badly. I mean, it's a disaster. And there were no cars driving past when I launched that on the first playthrough. And then I've got another couple of playthroughs that are in an earlier stage, and on both of those a car has driven past, and when that car has driven past nothing happens from it. But in the game itself, I seem to be so much more lucky. Things just happen where, it's a glorious experience. I'll dig up some worms and it will be one of the greatest artifacts known to mankind will suddenly pop up. So that's my theory, is that the one car gives you so much better luck. But there, you just saw it, we've got 2 cars. 2 cars! Oh, does that mean we've got a super lucky playthrough? I hope so, because a lot of the bad time in the playthrough is me being pretty useless at gaming. Let's face it, I'm a terrible gamer. But if it's it's just a little bit is because we get unlucky, then a 2-car game, a 2-card seed, it means our luck's in. This is going to be a really good one, and we need luck. And the reason we need luck is we're going to need a trash catalogue. And on my unlucky playthrough, my main playthrough, we will call that the unlucky playthrough, I actually got 3 trash catalogues in 2 days. 2 in-game days, 3 trash catalogues. But I know that many people have been trying to get the trash catalogue and they've not seen a hair of it. And I got 3 in 2 days, and I thought it was really easy to get. It's not, apparently, but we'll see on this one. Set it in motion. What you need is to check the bins, I think 50 times. You have to do 50 bin checks, and then it'll start feeding through for you to be able to get the trash catalogue as a possible drop. And when 1.6 landed, its thoughts were it was a 20% chance that it would drop, and I think now it's showing maybe a 0.2% or 0.02% chance of a drop of the trash catalogue. But we need that. We need it to decorate one of our little compounds. And so we're having a quick explore of the farm now. Obviously our cave. What should we do? Should we go bats or mushrooms? Bats or mushrooms? What do you choose? I think mainly I've chosen mushrooms. How about you? What do you like? Do you like the bats? And this farm is just, the layout is brilliant. You've got a higher level and then this lower level. Now you can plant on this lower level. Obviously we're not going to be planting great swathes of crops. This is going to be where some of our caravans are. And then here, just here to the top right, this is where our first van is going to be. Hopefully in this first 7 days we can get our first caravan set up here on the farm in this top right hand corner. That would be great. And also we need to find a place for some chickens and ducks and some pigs. We need a pig farm and a slime ranch. Are we going to be able to fit it all in? Are we going to be able to fit in 7 caravans, a slime ranch, a barn, chicken coop? Oh, who knows? Now with many of the farming bits, I'm going to speed it up. I don't want you too bored. Listening to my voice is boring enough as it is. If you're not already asleep, I hope that you're nice and relaxed and your head is in a comfortable position and you're not driving, because I'm sure pretty soon you're going to nod off. So we've cleaned a bit of space to get our plants in, and we're off to the shop, and we're going to buy some more parsnips. Go all in on parsnips. Yes, we're going to buy all the parsnips. So we've got 40 plants now. We'll get them planted. and then we can start making some money. And the great thing about the caravans is we don't actually need very much money. They're only 100 gold. They don't take any resources to build, and they are instantaneous. But we'll have to do it in stages. Can't get ahead of ourselves, so we'll start setting them up, and then each caravan is going to have its own little stereotype of van life dwellers who are going to be living there, and we'll come up with their own little patches and what they're into. So first things first, let's move around our farm buildings, make a bit of space on the farm. Where are we going to put everything? Have you moved around your farmhouse? You chosen a better position? Were you quite happy where it was? There's a couple of really nice good spots here where we can fit in a silo and have a little workshop area. Notice the greenhouse. If you've never played Stardew Valley, then you really need to grab yourself a copy. It doesn't matter where you game. It seems to be available on pretty much any system, even your mobile phone. But for the money, I think it's one of the best value games you can get. Hours and hours and hours of entertainment. Let's have a look. Make sure they've got the caravans in. There we go. Oh, a fantastic caravan. Now, of course, with the caravans, you can actually upgrade them as well. And they upgrade in a similar manner to your farmhouse. So we'll try and upgrade a few of them as well. So while we're building and concentrating on our trailer park, or if you're posh and from the UK, our caravan site, we'll also be completing tasks for the locals. Oh my goodness. See, already it has started. Our first dig and we found an artifact. Now, I was trying to think if this happened whenever you play through. The first time that you dig some worms, if you get an artifact, and it prompts that side of the gameplay. And I don't remember it being that way. So it just goes to show 2 cars. We had 2 cars in that intro. We got a nice artifact. We'll see, because if we tend to dig up artifacts rather than clay when we're digging up the worms, then we'll know it's the 2-car effect. So we're going to be completing the tasks for the villagers. And we're going to be completing the community centre. I think the community centre is a great structure to the game. Gives you a target for things to work on slowly. Unless, of course, you're one of these crazy speedrunners. If you come here thinking that we're going to be speedrunning anything, you've got another thing coming. I think we're probably the slowest playthroughs currently on the internet. And there she is, not Maru, there's Penny, our future wife. Little does she know what we are creating, all for her. And she doesn't look too impressed at the moment. And so it's back to the farm, and it's time to start planting. Now, when I set up the farm, I did select to have monsters appear, and it might not have been the brightest of ideas. as you'll see, I'll start digging. Times are ticking. We're alright, we've still got a good few hours. So we should be able to get these 40 parsnips planted. When I get the right spot, that is. And watered and all set before day 2. That's the plan. It should be an easy task. But then, clever Simon here thought that it would be a good idea to select having monsters on the farm. What absolute idiot. Because just look what happens. Things get really nasty. Not only is it getting dark and we're struggling to see because we don't have a glow ring, but we're about to get attacked by an onslaught of hungry vampire bats. Because look at them, they're coming out of nowhere. You can't see them to hit them. So we're going to be dying a slow death by vampire bat fang. And as our blood seeps through the gaping holes. Oh my goodness. I don't think we're ever going to get these parsnips planted. But we'll crack on. Let's hopefully we can kill this bat. Yes. Thank goodness. Let's get planting. Come on, times are ticking. It's getting close to the midnight hour. What? Oh no, it's another bloody bat. Oh my goodness. We've not even got the watering can out yet. We've not even dug enough holes yet. Oh, this is going terrible. Now if you can't see what's happening, that's because we don't have a glow ring. If you've watched the main playthrough that I've been doing on the channel, then you'll know that we didn't get a little glowy lighty ring until the very last day of summer. And so half of our playthrough is in the pitch black. But we did eventually get one, and it brightened up my day. And then since that point, the turning day, I think it was the last day, or the penultimate day of summer, our luck in the main playthrough has been good. We've started to get in places. We got past level 20. We couldn't get past level 25 of the mines for love nor money. But we managed to get past level 25 and we started to dig deeper and deeper. And our plants, although we did mess up with our timings, and I have a real problem with the timings. Maths. Do you say math or maths? Maths is difficult. Maths is hard when you're a stupid northerner. There we go, another bat. If you didn't notice, we'll try and run away from that. Hide in the house and come back out. Did he see it? Oh no, he saw us sneak away. Oh my goodness. We're giving a little bit of water, but I think we might as well give up. It's a bad job. I don't think we're going to get it done. Are we going to die on our first day? No, we're going to give up. But it's a 2-car game, so I don't know. Look at that, what a disaster. That's really annoying me, all the holes and the gaps that we didn't manage to fill. At least we didn't manage to water the majority of them. There we go, the last of the parsnips in, and we're still too short. We'll have to take a trip into town and go and get another couple, because that'll just annoy me. I mean, it's already annoying me that there's a green line and then a little sticky out bit, but the rest haven't sprouted. Oh, the frustration is real. Now I could obviously speed up the watering, but then why would I do that? That would be too kind. Let's just go slow steady, and you are feeling sleepy. Your eyes are feeling heavy, but don't fall asleep, because if you fall asleep, we'll program you into thinking some craziness. Have you ever thought that when you know on these YouTube videos that you go on, you put them on when you're going to sleep, and they last for 3-4 hours, and it says sleep to this and in the morning you'll wake up rich. You put it on and it starts. Breathe in through the nose, out through the mouth. You're hearing the waves crash against the rocks. And then you start falling asleep. But what if 1.5 hours in, they're suddenly saying, you're going to then go and run naked all around your town. You're going to wear your trousers on your head. Who knows what they're saying, because you're asleep. They might put a time delay on it. Might say in 20 years. You'll dance for 48 hours straight. I don't know, you might do. So we're going a bit more clearing now, and this is the first area we're going to work on. This is the corner plot, let's call it the corner plot. And the good thing about clearing is that we also get our resources that we need. Obviously remembered at the last minute I needed a couple of seeds. I went to pick those up. And while we're here, we're going to start hitting the bins. What can we find in the trash cans? Remember, we need to hit them 50 times. 50 times to then prompt the opportunity or the chance to get the trash catalogue. The trash catalogue is a marvellous item. I've got a video on it on how to get it on the channel, and you can see all the items that you can get from that. And I think, you know, you think trailer park, you think rundown, but a lot of these, you know, you think trailer park, you think it's like going to be run down, full of trash, but you know, they're not all like that at all. And a lot of them are really nice. Obviously, it's a cheaper housing solution, and you know, there's nothing wrong with that. People take pride in them. You've got lovely flowers, lovely gardens. And so we're going to show that. We're going to show different types of plots, caravan plots. So one of them obviously is going to be a bit trashy, so that's why we need the trash catalogue. And once we've got the park finished and completed, we can then set about wooing Penny and getting her wed, and she can become our queen of caravans. So everyone's favourite fisherman, Willie. I do wish he had an eye patch though. Just, you know, for the lols. And the other game, I'm going to be doing quite a bit of fishing. But not today. No, today. Oh, here we go. Let's have a look. 2 cars. Did you see that then? 2-car intro, and our first 2 worms both have better things than clay. Although we actually do need some clay. But we got some glass shards this time. How about that? The 2-car intro look. I think my theory is correct. already our museum collection is growing faster than my main playthrough. Like everything, that main playthrough is a disaster. I mean, it's one of those, I switch on and I'm like, oh my god, I hate myself. It's all going wrong. Clear away some wood now. So once we've cleared away this wood, we'll be able to get our caravan there. And look at that, by day 3 I think, our first van will be on the site. Ah, that might be a problem. So, obviously, at the moment we can't cut down those stumps. And that's where we want our first caravan to go. And until we remove the stump, we can't put the caravan there. So I think what we'll have to do, we'll have to concentrate now, rather than clearing that area and getting the caravan set up. We'll have to concentrate on mining copper and getting our axe upgraded. So that will be our priority now then. So it might put a delay on things. What do you think? If I was a speedrunner, we'd have our axe upgraded by, the 4th. Will we manage to get it done by the 7th? Remembering that we are the exact opposite of a speedrunner. We are a slow walker. Deathly slow. It's like we're walking through mud. We don't need to worry too much though. There's no rush on this playthrough. It's play it as and when and have fun, relaxing time, being creative. And then one of the joys of Stardew Valley is how creative you can be. When we started off when I started picking which farm to use, which farm layout, as I say, there was a choice between the Sandy Island farm or the Hilltop farm, and the Island farm I've got another idea for that I like to do. I think you've probably seen quite a few videos already of but ours would be an interpretation of an island farm. And then the river farm's another farm I'd love to play. I might do the river farm when 1.6 launches on consoles. So I might choose to do a river farm then. And that concentrates on fishing. But as I say, the Hilltop Farm, I think it's an amazing layout. There's not a great deal of room though for larger scale projects. But it has everything that you need. We probably just won't get rich. So going through the usual routine now of checking the bins. And then this Gilbert decides to walk up on us while we're fishing. And then gets offended that we don't move. Don't you hate people like that? Coincidentally, this is our first fish of this playthrough. I was hoping that maybe the catfish had bitten and we could land it, but that wasn't the case. I think that one's the catfish. We didn't stand a chance. During this fishing session, there were quite a few appearances of treasure chests, to put my teeth in. We didn't manage to get any though, but it's a good sign. Is that the 2-car effect as well? No, the 2-car effect, even though it might be offering us great luck, doesn't make up for my inability to be able to do anything successfully. We do a little bit of fishing on day 3 and day 4. We'll do a bit more clearing up, I think. We'll see what the day brings. First things first, we need to chase off crows. Oh, we need a scarecrow. Look at that now. So if it wasn't annoying enough, there's a great big hole in the middle of it. Oh dear me. Need to get a scarecrow as soon as possible. Unfortunately, I don't think we know how to grow one, or grow a scarecrow. I don't think we know how to make one just yet. I've speeded up our watering so as not to bore you too much. If you are bored, what are you doing with your hands right now? You doodling? You picking at a fingernail? You eating some chocolates? Picking your nose? Another set of worms here. Let's have a look. It's the 2. Oh my goodness. It's the 2-car effect. This is absolutely amazing. Every time we're getting amazing items. Every time we dig, it's like magic. 2 cars is so much better than 1 car. 1 car is so much better than no cars. 2-car effect. Oh yes. So despite our little setback with the tree stump, I think this playthrough is going to be a good one. We'll see after spring is finished if overall our luck has been so much better than one of the playthroughs without the cars. Then it might be worthwhile re-rolling until you get a 2-car intro. I wonder if there's a 3-car intro. Is there a 3-car intro? What's the maximum number of cars on an intro? Yeah, not a bad little selection there from our geodes either. So in your playthrough, how do you set up your museum? Do you set it up specifically in type or colour, or do you just splot them down all random? What have we got this time as a reward? Cauliflowers, perfect, that's just what we need. We've got a hole that needs filling. And the more money we can make early doors, the sooner we can get our axe upgraded. Are we going to complete that though within 7 days? It takes 2 days, obviously, for Clint. He's a bit of a slow worker to complete the work. So I don't think we're going to get it done by the end of this first week. I still hope. We need 2,000 gold. If we can get 2,000 gold today. Oh no, we can't, because we haven't even got a furnace yet. And just like that, my dreams torn apart. But at least we got some seeds to put in the ground, and I don't believe it. Once again, there's a blooming great big hole. I don't know about you, but I play Stardew Valley using a controller, and I play most of my games using a controller. Prefer it, and the controller that I'm using, it's been utilized by some little people to play their game, and it doesn't always do what you want it to do. So sometimes when you point up on the up stick, it'll go right. Sometimes when you point right on the right stick, it'll go left. So that's what we're contending with at the moment. A couple more of those though, and we'll be sending off for a nice shiny new controller. We're already on day 5 of our first week on this new farm. Isn't it exciting having a new farm? You know, the plans, the ideas that you have. How many farms have you got on your playthrough? Do you start them and complete them? Or do you start them, do a little bit, get a bit bored, and start another one? Oh, what's this? Is Clint giving us a plan for a furnace? Could he be saving the day? Oh, yes he is. How about that for timing? we might just be able to do it. That's exactly what we want to do, Clint. We want to upgrade our tools. Here we go. Let's see. What do we need? We need copper ore and stone. We've got both. But have we got enough? Oh, we got a letter as well. Let's see. How about this for timing? We're also going to be able to go in the mines. Isn't it great how you'll wake up, you'll have one idea of what you're going to do during the day on your farm, and then something happens and suddenly you're going to be doing something totally different. Our garden's looking very patchy now. I don't think there's enough there, parsnips, to sell to get us 2,000 gold that we need to upgrade our axe. But at least we're going to be able to craft a scarecrow. One of the things I'm noticing on this playthrough is just how quickly everything's happening. On some of the playthroughs, if for any reason I don't go the right way on the right day, it won't prompt something to happen. So, for example, on the main playthrough, I didn't get the community centre start until I think 3 weeks in to the game. It seemed like an age before it started. But I have more of an idea what I'm doing now. Not that I'm an expert, because I'm anything but. But at least I know how to do a few things, and the community centre is one of those really good things to do in game. I've never tried the Joja only route, and I enjoy the community centre because it gives you little side projects. Because sometimes being stuck in the mines for days on end is a little tedious, particularly if you're not very good at it. And so a little break to maybe go and catch a specific type of fish, or to dig around hoping to find a certain artifact, breaks up the gameplay, gives you something else to focus on. So far, the items that we've had out of the bins as we've checked them have not been too great. But we've got to still check them. How many times do you think we're going to get caught checking bins? When it's Friday, of course, the travelling caravan is here offering their wares. Perhaps we should invite them onto the farm. Should we build them an area where they can set up shop should they want to? Let's see what they've got. Anything that we need. Pomegranates. That would be useful. Rare seeds. I do like buying the rare seeds, but the pomegranate. Let's get one of those nice and early. I think we need 2 for the community centre. If we can get 2 at 500 gold, that's going to be cheaper than buying the tree and waiting. We've got 1. And now we're off to the mines for the first time. How successful are we going to be on our mines session this time? Remember, we've got 2-car intro. Is it going to affect the mines? I hated the mines. On my first time playing through, I hated it so much. At first I got stuck at level 15. And then once I got past level 15, I got stuck at level 25. And I just couldn't get past level 25 for days on end. Oh, it was horrible. It was horrible. And finally we broke on through. We're going to go in the mines now. And let's see whether the 2-car intro is going to have any effect on what we get in the mines. We're after copper, of course. We need copper and coal. Copper and coal. Some nice quartz there. It's always nice to pick up the quartz ready for when we need the sprinklers. The other benefit of the hilltop farm, obviously, because there's not a great deal of growing space, we don't need as many sprinklers as we do any of the other farms. Oh, we're not doing too bad here. Notice how dark it is though. So for 2 whole seasons on my other playthrough, I didn't have a light. And things like that happen. You notice I was trying to eat some food, but I'd obviously found the ladder down to the next level and not realised. So rather than eat the food, I went down the ladder and missed out on all that copper. Get fully snacked up now. And then start digging again. Oh, look at that. These ladders are appearing really quickly. Killing the monsters is so much easier when you speed it up. It doesn't take half the time. Our bag's full already. Now obviously, you see this inventory full, you're probably saying, well, why have you brought all your tools with you, you fool? But I do, I take them. Take everything. You never know, just in case. Be prepared. This, the amount of ladders we're getting. And look, level 5. Our first time in the mines, and already we've got a glow ring, but we haven't got anywhere to put it. We don't put it on our finger, but how are we going to get it there? Oh no. Just to compare, main playthrough, 2 full seasons. And then, on the last day of the second season, I got the glow ring. This playthrough, first day in the mines, we've got lights. 2-car intro. And that, I would say, is a successful day down in the mines. And just to show that even with the lights, I still can't walk straight. I think I'm just showing off how glorious it is to have light surrounding you in the dark, dark nights of Stardew Valley. A nice leisurely walk home. Finally we're going to get there. And at least now when we get attacked by monsters, we'll be able to see them, see who's attacking us. Look at that, already our stockpiles are growing. So we're flying through the game at the moment. Not speedrun flying, but we are flying. Farfuffle flying. And this little alcove, I love it. Perfect for our workshop. And just like that, we have our first copper bar. That was quick, wasn't it? How did that happen? We just popped it in and it came right out. How quickly does your copper bar melt? But one's just not going to do it. I don't think we're going to have our first caravan by the end of this week. But it's a new day. Let's see what the TV says. What noise do you think a copper bar makes when it gets ejected from a furnace so quickly? The spirits aren't very happy. Oh look! Oh, we got another letter. Oh, it's Asmodeus. Rasmodius. Asimodeus. We've been summoned to see the wizard. I will go and see him, but first of all, look at all those beautiful parsnips. Let's get those parsnips dug up. Get them sold. Buy some more seeds. The joy of a good harvest. We only lost one to a crow, 2 to stupidity. What should we buy? What seeds should we plant next? Oh, a request for Penny. I have a nasty habit of picking up these quests and then completely forgetting about them. Do you do that? So even selling all our parsnips, we still don't have 2,000 gold. That's what we need. Those potatoes are looking tempting. We're going to get some beans. Of course, now we know that we need veg for the community centre, and I don't think it's hit me yet that I shouldn't have sold all my parsnips. We need some parsnips for later on the community centre. We need some gold parsnips. And we just sold all our parsnips. But we've got more stuff to donate to the museum. It's already filling up. We'll be getting any nice goodies. Not today. Go to process some geodes and then no, we've spent all that money. What an idiot. The amount of times I do that is unbelievable. You'd think I'd learn. Oh no. I still do it. Back on the farm, let's get some planting done. Let's try and not miss any gaps this time. Oh, it's painful to watch. Painful. Left a bit, right a bit. Stick it in here, plug it in there, and we haven't even left enough room for our beans. So we're giving up now. Let's go and see the wizard. But I'm not going to show it. Not on this playthrough, because you see, I've already got a little mini movie, Off to See the Wizard. Have a look at it on my channel. It's much more fun than just the normal cutscene. Lots of little extras in there for you to watch. And it makes me laugh even, watching it back now. There's a surprising amount of trippiness in Stardew Valley. I think what sets it apart from many other farming games are all the little vignettes, should we call them, of the different characters. I was playing last night on the old Xbox, and on that playthrough I had a little Abigail cutscene that I'd never seen before, and it was just quite special. These little moments make the game more absorbing. So there are many farming games out there, but I don't think any do it quite as well as Stardew does. Wasn't the first, but I think it's probably the best. Argue with me if I'm wrong. But I don't think I am. So luck's not with us today, apparently, but will our 2-car luck pull us through? Will we get any nice little drops? There certainly seems to be far more ore nodes in the mines than what I'd normally see on the playthrough. And the ladders seem to appearing really quickly. We've also got the mission for Marlon to slaughter slimes. And try and get some of those done. Perhaps that should be our new target for the end of the 7 days. Can we kill enough slimes to complete his request? Well, it doesn't look like we're going to get to level 10 today. Time has beaten us. It sent us on our way to bed, but we get to make a scarecrow. No more crows, and we've just planted all our potatoes. Are we going to build a scarecrow before the crow gets them? Do you check the TV every day? Do you read everything? Thankfully, there's no crow on our potatoes. Two gold. 2 gold for a doctor's visit. It's a bargain. I have a funny feeling it's not going to remain so cheap. Unless we become really poor. And then it'll always be cheap. 2 gold. It's the cheapest doctor's visit the world has ever seen. We have a good sort out now of our chests. How do you organise your chests? Do you colour code them? I found that when you're doing multiple playthroughs, if you colour code your chests, you'll find it easier. On each playthrough, you know exactly what's where and where's what. My black chests, that's usually the resources. Green chests, seeds. White chests, produce. Pink chests, those are for all the expensive things. Blue chests, for fishing. I have a system. Whether or not the system works is beside the point. What's your system? You can, of course, use signs above chests. I haven't used that yet. I haven't found a need for it. Obviously, as you get later in the game, you get more and more items, then the signs will probably be more useful. We're flying through these little quests now. And even these small amounts of money, they're all going to add up. And hopefully get us our upgrade for our axe. So yes, it's the 7th. There's no chance we're going to get that first caravan up on this week's playthrough. But if we work hard, we can make sure that we get the upgrade on the next playthrough. And then hopefully get the caravan, and our trailer park will officially begin. surprise machine here. A fantastic addition to 1.6. It's nice just to get these little gifts, little additions. And of course, Lewis, what do you think of him? Are you a Lewis fan or a Lewis hater? Do you know the story of his underpants? Have you witnessed them in the bush? Not his underpants. Well, he might have taken them off. It's his birthday, so let's give him a daffodil. My philosophy in life is even if you don't like someone, keep him sweet. That way, you never see the bad side. Unless they're really bad, and then you'll always see the bad side. Keep them sweet. Why not? If it doesn't cost you anything. Finally, we've got some cash to process those geodes. Will we be lucky again? Well, let's see. We need all those. So maybe, would you class that as lucky? It's not too car lucky, is it? Don't say our luck's already gone. We've picked up a horseradish. That was the last item we needed to complete our first community centre bundle. There we go. Glorious. Of course, if we were a speedrunner, that would be putting the last piece in our final bundle. There's no chance. I don't understand how they can do it. They must have brains the size of rockets to keep all that information in their head. I think it's at this point I realised that I'd messed up and sold all my golden parsnips. There we go, see. We need 5 golden parsnips. We haven't got any planted. And I'm wondering now whether to use the pomegranate there. You see, we need 2 to complete the community centre. But obviously, on some of the bundles, you only need a certain number of items, and there's double that, or there's more options. So do choose to place it in the bundle as and when you see it, or do you hang back and wait and see if there's anything else that you can add and maybe save the item for a different bundle? So it's worth holding on to and waiting. Obviously one of the priorities is trying to finish that greenhouse. We now have a full field of planted goods. And hopefully when these grow, now they're protected by the scarecrow, we'll be able to sell them. We'll have enough money then to upgrade the axe. Because that's our priority now, is getting that axe. And it's nice to have something to focus on. Rather than just wandering around aimlessly, we have a direction to travel. And there we go. 2 cars! 2 cars! Another artifact. How cool is that? We had 2 cars lucky. You'll notice during this playthrough how inefficient I am at actually playing the game. I'll go backwards and forwards and forget something. How efficient are you? Are you worse than me? I don't think it's possible, but you never know. Is that our last slime as well? Oh yes. We've done it. We've killed 10 slimes. We're off to the Adventurers Guild. So in our 7 days, we've completed quite a bit. I think this is probably the most successful playthrough I have done so far. Remember, it's not the most successful playthrough ever seen. Far from it. But the most successful one I've ever done. I've played quite a few playthroughs. Not got very far in many. I just like starting them. All these things we can buy with our no money. 18 gold. Have you got anything for sale for 18 gold, Mr. Norman? No. Get out of my shop. What we could do though is we could try and get these bugs killed. I don't know what the number is now, but when you get the bugs killed, I think you get the insect head, sword. That's great for early game. Slicing through the monsters in the mines. So that's it. Our first week on the trailer park, Stardew Valley. How do you think we did? What's going to happen next week? 2 car lucky. Gotta love it.